Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I just got home from a baby group this morning and I was feeling inspired to come on here and have a bit of a conversation about postpartum emotions. That was a term that we used in class today. There are so many different emotions that come along with having a baby, with pregnancy, so many hormones, so many things that you go through. Postpartum emotions is a great label for it because that's what it is. It's your emotions. You're going through so many new things, so many new feelings, so many new experiences, and I think it's normal. It's so normal to have these feelings. So postpartum feelings, postpartum emotions is kind of what I want to talk about today. First of all, just right out the gate, it is okay to love your baby, to be grateful for your baby, to not have any regrets about having a baby, but to still hate the process of having that baby, to hate being pregnant, to have a negative pregnancy, to have PTSD around your pregnancy or your childbirth, or anxiety thinking about it, stress, anything like that. That is all valid. You can have a planned pregnancy and still not enjoy the experience of being pregnant and of delivering a baby. It's okay. And it's normal. Now, there are women out there who have these magical, wonderful, glowing pregnancies, and good for them. And then there's the rest of us, and we don't have those glowing, lovely pregnancies. Now, out of the people that I know, did I have the worst pregnancy? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have friends who had pregnancies that were worlds worse than mine, and that in comparison, like, I had a walk in the park. But the fact that somebody else has things worse doesn't change that you had what you had. So, you know, that's like saying that because somebody has things better, you're not allowed to be happy for what you have. Like, so if somebody has it worse, that doesn't mean that you're not allowed to complain. So, you know, I still went through what I went through, and it was still a hard time for me, and it does make me scared for my next baby. And I have a lot of people asking me when I'm gonna have the next baby, and I don't know. I know I will, I know I want to, but it's scary to go through it knowing what it's like. So when I never had been pregnant before, I didn't know what to expect, and so it wasn't nearly as scary. Having gone through what I went through, I know kind of what to expect, although every pregnancy is different, and so it is frightening, the idea of being pregnant again. So that's normal. You can love being a mom, you can love having kids, you can love parenting, and still hate pregnancy and childbirth. That's valid. The next thing is, you can hate, as I was gonna say, you can have a bad memory associated to birth. For me, although having Parker is the best thing that's ever happened to me by far, and I have no regrets, and I love him and all of that, one of the worst, hardest days, nights of my life was the day he was born, because of the things that happened to me in the hospital. Once again, are there people that had worse births? Absolutely. Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that mine was great, and that doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to be upset about the things that happened to me. And I wanted a baby more than anything since I was like 15. And, you know, I am 23 and married with a baby, and that was a choice. I chose this life, and I'm 100% happy with it. But the journey was hard. And so it should be, you know? You're creating a human and bringing them into the world. Like, is there anything more difficult than that? I don't know. Another thing is, you are 100% allowed to have moments in the day where you just want to break down, where you just want to scream, where you just want to cry. And that doesn't make you crazy, and that doesn't make you insane or abnormal. That just means that, you know, you're having postpartum emotions. That's just normal. You know, you're at home all day with a baby that's crying, and, you know, you're alone, or maybe you're not, but most of us are, and it's okay. You're allowed to feel like screaming. You're allowed to want to do that. And that doesn't mean you do it. You know, maybe you don't scream. Hopefully you don't. But if you have, no judgment there either. As long as at the end of the day, you're in a safe place and your baby's in a safe place and you're not at risk of harming yourself or your baby, then you're allowed to feel crazy. You know, everybody has moments where their patience are running low. And it's really hard. It's really, really hard. And it's really isolating sometimes, because a lot of motherhood is done alone. You know, most of the time, you're the only one up in the night. And even if you have a support system of a friend or your mom or a counselor or whatever, you know, they're not available to you 24/7. So if it's 2 a.m. and you're up with a screaming baby and you know, are having negative emotions, you might not have the option of calling up a friend or something like that for support. So, you know, it's hard. It's a hard job. It's arguably the hardest job. And so you're allowed to be stressed out. That's okay. It doesn't make you a bad mom. It doesn't make you crazy. Nothing like that. You know, it's okay if for a few minutes, if for like half an hour or whatever, you need to get something done. Whether it's for yourself or for your family or whatever the case is, if you need to get something done and you have no other option, and, you know, the baby won't play in the playpen, the baby won't have a nap, the baby won't go in their swing, or whatever it is, you are allowed to let that baby watch a little bit of TV. I know, it's crazy to say that, and no one wants to admit that. Nobody wants to admit that they're going to let their baby watch a little bit of TV. Well, you know what? It's okay. It's not going to do anything crazy. You know, are you going to stick your child in front of a TV for 8 hours a day? No. You're not going to do that. But if you need to go have a shower, if you need to go make dinner, if you need to just breathe for 5 minutes, if you put a cartoon on for your child, is it going to be the end of the world? Absolutely not. You know, like, you can say, oh, no screen time under 2 years old and blah, blah, blah. But, like, you know what? Eventually your child is going to watch TV. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I mean, unless you don't own a TV. And TV, I say TV like it could be anything. It could be an iPad. It could be your iPhone. You know, and if that's the only thing that works, if that's the only thing that is going to give you peace of mind and or the ability to get something done for like 20 minutes, I mean, is it really that bad? I don't think so. I'm going to tell you that's okay. If you need someone to tell you that that's okay, I think it's okay. What else is okay? Let me think. It's okay to have days or moments where you grieve the loss of your independence, where you feel like you've kind of lost yourself a little bit and your old life, and to miss that. You can miss that, you know, without it meaning that you want to trade your new life for your old life. That's totally valid. You know, I'm 23 years old. A lot of my friends and people from my grad class and that I know in life are not married with children. That's just, you know, what comes with the age. And would I want to trade places with them? Absolutely not. I mean, I don't judge them, but I wouldn't want to trade. I wouldn't want to go back to being single and clubbing and on Tinder. Like, no, I don't want to go back to that. Absolutely not. But that being said, when I get invited out and I can't go, does that make me a little sad? Sure. You know, do I sometimes feel left behind? Absolutely. And, you know, that's tough. You don't even have to be 23 to feel left behind by your friends. You know, at any age, it's hard when, even if you have children that are around the same age, but they're not the same age, you know, you get left behind in doing things because there's different bedtimes or different nap schedules or, you know, whatever it may be. It's hard, you know, and I really enjoyed being single, and I did a lot of fun, crazy things, and I love thinking of those times, but I don't want to go back to them. But that doesn't mean that when I'm driving down the road to baby group and my baby's in the back seat and I turn on the radio and I hear a song that was popular when I was young at the club, that I don't get that feeling of like, oh, remember those days? And those are allowed. You're allowed to love your past and still rather be in your future or your present. That's okay. So don't feel guilty about that. Don't have mom guilt about that. Thing to take away from this is that as long as you're keeping your baby safe and healthy and well, and you're keeping yourself safe and happy and well, it's okay to not be perfect, because nobody is. And so if you don't have somebody to tell you that, I'm here to tell you that. So I'm gonna get off here because I gotta go look after my little one, but I just wanted to check in and to have a conversation about postpartum emotions. He's starting to cry, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for listening. I hope that you feel a little bit better and a little bit less mom guilt in your life. Okay, bye guys.